You ever look at options trading and just feel completely overwhelmed? Like you're staring at a different language made of numbers and jargon? Well, you are definitely not alone. So many people get stuck right there before they even start. Today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're laying out a simple, clear roadmap to get you started on your options selling journey.
This is it, right? This is the fundamental question. This is the one that stops so many people dead in their tracks. But you know what? The answer isn't some complex hidden secret. It's just a sequence of clear, manageable steps, and we're going to walk through them together right now.
I want you to think of this as the start of your own personal trading journey. And, like any great journey, it doesn't start with a giant leap. It begins with a couple of simple foundational moves to build up both your confidence and, just as importantly, your competence. And here they are. It's that simple. Step 1, build your knowledge base. And step 2, practice, but without risking a single penny of your own money. That's it. These are your first 2 moves on the chessboard. And the best part is, you can start them both today. Okay, so where do you even start building that knowledge? Well, probably right where you are this very second, YouTube. This first phase is all about passive learning. It's free, it's accessible, and there's absolutely zero pressure. You're just absorbing information. And look, the process is super simple. Watch a few videos on the absolute basics of options. Don't worry about mastering it all at once. Just let the information sink in. Then circle back and watch a few more videos on those exact same subjects. It's that repetition that really starts to build that solid foundation. So, once you've got some of that theory rattling around in your head, it's time to actually get your hands dirty, but, without any of the real-world consequences. Welcome to paper trading. Think of it as your own personal flight simulator for the stock market. So what exactly is paper trading? It's basically a simulated account. Most of the big brokerages offer one that lets you trade with fake money. You get to feel out the platform, you get to place trades, and you get to see how your ideas play out in real market conditions, all with absolutely zero financial risk. And this right here, this highlights the 2 essential halves of the whole equation. Watching videos gives you that theoretical knowledge, but paper trading is where you build real practical skill. You absolutely 100% need both to succeed. One without the other just doesn't work. All right, so you've got the basics down, you're getting comfortable in that simulator, you know where the buttons are. Now it's time to level up and start building toward more advanced strategies. And your advanced curriculum? It follows the exact same pattern as before. Go back to YouTube, but this time you're searching for more complex topics, things like spreads, butterflies, and condors. Then you immediately take that new knowledge and apply it in your paper trading account. Look, the goal here is not to become a trading genius overnight. It's all about mastering the mechanics, how to open a trade, and just as critically, how to close it, whether that's for a profit or for a loss. Now, at this stage, you're going to start having really specific questions that a video just can't answer. Things like, why did my spread do this? Or what's the best way to close out this position? This is when you find a community. Free groups on platforms like X, they're perfect for getting those really targeted answers from traders who have more experience. All right, the moment of truth. You've done the learning, you've done the practice. It's time to consider your first trade with real money. But here, this is where the tone has to change. This is all about caution, control, and following some very, very strict rules. So before you even think about funding your account, you got to ask yourself honestly, have I truly mastered opening and closing different kinds of trades in the simulator? Do I really get what I'm doing? If the answer is a confident yes, then you might be ready, but only, and I mean only, if you follow these next 2 rules to the letter. Okay, rule number 1. And this is non-negotiable. Your very first trade with real money is for 1 single contract. That's it, period.
And rule number 2, which is just as important, the stock you decide to trade has to be under $50 a share.
And look, the really crucial thing here is understanding why these rules even exist. They're not just random numbers. They are your built-in safety net, a deliberate risk management strategy designed to make your first step into the live market as small, as manageable, and as psychologically safe as it can possibly be. Okay, let's zoom out for a second from all the mechanics and talk about what might be the single most important piece of the puzzle, your mindset. Because successful option selling isn't about one trade or one good week. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The absolute key to having that long-term mindset is to see this whole thing as a process. This is not, and I repeat, not a get-rich-quick scheme. Real success here requires hard work. It requires you to learn and understand the nuances. And most critically, you have to be psychologically ready to handle the ups and the downs. I want to leave you with this quote because it just perfectly sums up the entire philosophy here. Option selling is a process that requires hard work to understand nuances and be ready psychologically. It's a process, it takes work, and it's just as much a mental game as it is a technical one. So there it is. The map is laid out for you. From YouTube to the flight simulator to that first small, careful step into the live market. The path is clear. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to take that first step?